Last year, the Duke of Sussex left the UK with his wife Meghan Markle in order to pursue a life of privacy and newfound freedom. For decades he had become a fixture of the media and public's attention, regularly making headlines and front pages. There was a brief interlude following the death of his mother Diana, Princess of Wales, where he and his brother, Prince William, were left alone. It enabled the boys to achieve a relatively unbothered few years in education. But things soon changed. As the pair entered adulthood, the intensity of the coverage resumed, and Harry and William once again found themselves the subject of newspaper stories. However, Harry appeared to be featured more regularly than William. In 2004, Harry met the Zimbabwean native Chelsy Davy while she was a boarder at Stowe School. Their relationship would follow an on-off course until finally ending in 2011. Chelsy was subject to intense media scrutiny while she was dating Harry, something that was explored during the BBC's new two-part series, The Princes and the Press. The programme's presenter, Amol Rajan, sat down with a private investigator, Gavin Burrows, who claims he was previously employed by the now-defunct News of the World newspaper to delve into Harry's personal life, including his chapter with Chelsy. Asked why he was so interested in Harry's life, Mr. Burrows claimed, "Well, it's not a case of me being interested, it was a case of the editors making it very clear that you put Prince William on the front of the newspaper and he doesn't sell as many copies as Prince Harry." So Harry had become, as explained to me by a couple of editors, the new Diana. They were much more interested in Harry than William. He didn't really get up to much, he didn't do much. He wasn't much of a subject for a tabloid newspaper, there was nothing there until he met Kate. Mr. Rajan asked whether Harry's relationship with Chelsy opened up a new lucrative avenue, to which Mr. Burrows replied, "Very much so." The broadcaster then asked whether Chelsy's life became an object of obsession for the investigators and their employers. In his reply, Mr. Burrows claimed, yes, medical records, had she had an abortion, sexual diseases, ex-boyfriends, vet them, check them, education. A witness in ongoing legal cases against the News of the World and The Sun, Mr. Burrows claimed phone hacking was used to obtain information about Chelsy. His claims are yet to be tested in court and are strongly disputed. Asked what he would say to Ms. Davy if she were in front of him then and there, he said, "Oh, that I'm very sorry, because my actions were ruthless and I'm not making excuses, but they were ruthless because I was greedy and because I was into my cocaine, and I was living in a fake state of grandeur." He continued, "The media was ruthless. They absolutely have got no morals. Don't miss Chelsy ultimately announced her split with Harry, in a Facebook post. Despite their turbulent relationship, many have noted that the pair enjoyed many happy years and remained friends after, with Chelsy even going to his wedding to Kate. Speaking during the 2011 documentary, William and Kate Into the Future, royal author Richard Kay noted that Chelsy was Harry's real love match. Explaining that there's appeared to be a relationship of passion, Mr. Kay said, "It's a real love match, there's no doubt about it. There's great passion between the two of them when they're together. The tension is visible, there's electricity, there's sparks flying everywhere. You can tell, though, they have a very volatile relationship, tremendous shouting matches, screaming rows, but then they get back together again. I would say that of all the royal romances currently going on, theirs was the real true thing, it's the real deal." After the split, Chelsy admitted to the struggles she felt with the pressure of dating a royal. She soon headed back to Zimbabwe. Talking to the Daily Mail about their relationship in 2016, she said, "It was so full-on, crazy and scary and uncomfortable. I found it very difficult when it was bad. I couldn't cope. I was trying to be a normal kid and it was horrible." The Princes and the Press is available on iPlayer. Daniela Elzer has suggested Meghan's name being announced before her husband's at a recent public engagement, and the fact the Duchess is doing more and more without her husband, proves that what was once a buy one get one free pairing is now exclusively Meghan taking control. In an article for news.com.au, Ms. Elsa said, having been unapologetically upfront about his feelings about the press and life in the spotlight, the thought of melting a tad into the background to focus on his career, family, and looking to the family TMS now worldwide famous hens would be quite reasonable. However, that doesn't TMT change the fact that Team Sussex appears to be morphing into Team Meghan. She added, Harry appears to be disappearing from view. Speaking to the US presenter, she said, someone told Harry and I that when you have one kid it's a hobby, and 2 children is parenting. Suddenly we realized, oh right, everyone talks about what it's like for the second child but no one talks about the adjustment for the first child when the second one comes along. I think they have that moment of, oh, this is fun, oh, this is how it is now. She also took part in a series of pranks in front of unsuspecting market stall vendors. The Duchess used a hidden earpiece to take instructions from Ms. DeGeneres, including singing a made-up song I'm a Kitten, Meow, 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 while wearing leopard print cat ears. She told one vendor selling hot sauce, let mummy taste some, adding, my boo loves hot sauce. One critic wrote on Twitter, now is definitely the time to strip Meghan of her royal title on the grounds that she is not acting appropriately in public to carry the title that represents the royal family. While another said, Meghan Markle is using her royal title and making a mockery of British royalty. However, others supported the royals' appearance on the show. Emily Andrews, a royal journalist and commentator, said Meghan's behavior was so royal on the show, as she used the television slot to highlight charitable work and put the limelight and spotlight on ordinary people. The 40-year-old royal has recently been campaigning for paid parental leave, writing a controversial letter to Congress lobbying them for the policy. Meanwhile, the Queen has been praised for her strength and statesmanship for pushing on despite her health issues. Speaking about her decision not to retire, columnist and former Spiked editor Brendan O'Tm said that the Queen has a very rare sense of duty and loyalty. Speaking to Australian Sky News, he said, the Queen's 95 and she is already back at work. When no one in the world would blame her for finally retiring. He also compared the Queen with the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, hitting out at the couple who he claimed flounced off to America. The commentator said, she does have a sense of duty, she probably will keep going to the very end. That's very rare these days, as we've seen from Prince Harry, who's flounced off to America, because he was treated allegedly unfairly by some members of the royal family. It's very rare, that sense of duty, but the Queen definitely has it. Ellen in her ear, Meghan said I have healing powers as she touched several crystals at the market. After placing the crystal down, she looked at the hot sauces and said, Mama loves hot sauce. Meghan went on to try the sauces and ate it like a chipmunk, saying, Mama wants some heat. She was seen drinking some of the hot sauces out of a baby bottle in the stunt as stunned onlookers stared on. Elsewhere, Meghan teased adorable new images of her son, Archie. Donning adorable yellow boots, Archie is dressed casually in blue jeans and a grey long-sleeved t-shirt. The couples were dressed up incognito in post-apocalyptic costumes. You got to go to a Halloween party. Meghan said, we did. He came to see me in Toronto, and our friends and his cousin Eugenie, and how her husband Jack, they came as well. The 4 of us snuck out in Halloween costumes to just have one fun night out on the town before it was out in the world that we were a couple. Ellen asked, so you went with Harry to a Halloween party and they had no idea it was the 2 of you? Meghan stated, no. It was a post-apocalypse theme, so we had all these very bizarre costumes on. We were able to just have one final fun night out. The conversation then turned to Halloween this year for the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Ellen said, we kept saying this Halloween, this is your chance, you can go out and dress up. But you chose to stay home this year. Meghan added, we stayed home. We wanted to do something fun for the kids, but they were not into it at all. Archie was a dinosaur for maybe 5 minutes. Lily was a skunk. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry enjoyed 5 months of dating in secret before the news broke. They stepped down as senior royals in 2020, and relocated their family to California. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex settled in Montecito with their son Archie Harrison earlier this year, and later welcomed their daughter, Lilibet Diana, in June.